world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my sound. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Aces Live play-by-play. This time for the part of the Commissioner's Cup matchup between the Aces right now, sitting right now very nicely at 10-1, right now with the best record, or in terms of the winning percentage, best in the WNBA, taking on, let's be the worst team in the WNBA, and that's the Phoenix Mercury. Before we get to it, if you guys are new, make sure you hit the like button, definitely hit that subscribe button, make sure to ring that notification bell so you guys will not miss any of the new content or every time when I go live. That being said, obviously the Aces come to this one, winning off in convincing fashion against the Minnesota Lynx. And the Mercury coming into this one on their home floor after, let's be real, getting their asses handed to them by the New York Liberty. Obviously not had Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner, obviously with the hip injury. That being said, we're going to get ready for tip-off soon in about like a minute or two, live from Phoenix, Arizona at the Footprint Center. So shout out to everyone that's coming into the stream, whether coming through Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Make sure if you guys want to check us out, make sure to check the links down below, for the All-Star and a Hardcore Sports Network as well. Because like I said, we're going to bring a lot of more WNBA coverage, professional wrestling, all that good stuff as well. So alrighty. So in terms of the starting lineups, you got Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, Asia Wilson, Candace Parker, your standard five. Obviously today for the Mercury, you got Mariah Jefferson, Suggs Sutton, Sophie Cunningham, Michaela Onyewer, and Brianna Turner. What's good, Arku? What is good? And you got Vanessa Nygaard right now in her second season as the Mercury's head coach. And Beckingham is also in her second season, overall 35-11 record in her short time with the Las Vegas Aces. So far, obviously for the Mercury, you had Dorana Taurasi out with a hamstring issue. Brittany Griner with her third straight missed game with a hip injury. Diggy Smith obviously on maternity leave. So it's some missing key pieces for the Mercury. So obviously Mercury with their home whites and the Aces with their road reds tonight or this afternoon. And the Aces will win the tip-off. Now we got Gray. Hands it off to Plum. Got Plum out to Wilson. Back out to Gray. Gray now to Wilson in the post on the wing. Out to Plum. Plum around the screen. Picked up by Sugg Sutton. Plum for three. Too strong. Rebound. Hey, shout out to the Missouri Ozarks coming through. So shout out to that. I saw that, Urku. I saw that. Sutton for three. That is no good. Offense rebound pulled out by Wilson. Yeah, Mitch. Oh, what the hell? Parker with the bucket. I did not realize it means that is good for two by Phoenix. And that was Brianna Turner for two. We got Kelsey Plum. Like I said, honestly, Merrick, not from my side. All right, gives me a chance to fix this. There we go. And Brianna Turner with a nice good look pass. And that's I got Wilson. Fadeaway jumper off one leg. Cannot get and that was Turner with the rebound. Now a quick handoff. And Awareney gets blocked up on top by Wilson. We got Chelsea Gray out to Kelsey Plum. And that's going to be thrown away. Turnover on the Aces.
Averaging a career low 8 points and 5 rebounds a game because the Aces simply don't need her offense to fire at 1,000%. Just the other adjustment.
And Turner gets blocked. And that's going to be still blocked by Asia Wilson. That's going to be out of bounds. Sticking with the Mercury.
But Wilson coming from the weak side, left-handed with a great block.
And Cunningham. Oh, nice underhand. Good for two. By Sophie Cunningham. We got Plum. Now try to get Wilson out for a screen. Out to Young. Young drives off the glass. That's good for two by Jackie Young. What's good, John Nell? Oh, so apparently that was a shooting. Didn't look like a shooting foul, but okay. And Young for the three-point play. It is good. We got Sutton out to Jefferson to Cunningham for three. That is short. Rebound goes to Asia Wilson. Gives it to Chelsea Gray. Gray picked up. Hands it off to Parker. Now to Jackie Young. Now to Asia Wilson. Wilson to the post. Turnaround jumper. Down it goes for Asia Wilson. It's kind of a bit of a trademark for Asia Wilson, that turnaround jumper. Then I got Sutton. Almost to. That's Anywhere. Back to Sutton. With a floater. Down it goes. That was good from Sutton on that floater. And Wilson thought about a three, gets it to Parker down low. Good ball movement to Chelsea Gray for three, cannot hit. Anywhere brings down the rebound. Now taking it up for the Sun, or say the Mercury. And it looks like she gets fouled from behind. That's going to be the Aces first team foul here in the first with 6:32 remaining. 6:32. Yeah, that's a good call. Only 2 free throws coming for Anywhere. And the first down it goes, tied at 7. And both free throws are good. So now I got Jackie Young now taking it for the Aces. Down 1. Out to Plum, back to Young. Young went to put the brakes on, gives it to Wilson. Wilson out to Gray. Wilson with the screen. Gray to the basket. Turnaround jumper. Cannot hit. And we get a loose ball foul. Looks like going against. And that's going to stay with the Aces at 6:14. 6:14 remaining. Shout out to the 18 that's here in the stream. Now to inbound to Young. Young picked up by Jefferson. Screen by Wilson. Out of Plum on the baseline. Out to Gray. Wide open three. Down it goes for Chelsea Gray. That's what you love to see out of the Aces. Good ball movement. Anywhere to the basket. Post up Wilson. Tough shot. Cannot get that to fall. And here comes Plum with the rebound. Plum out to Jackie Young. Plum steps inside. And Turner with the block. Parker with the putback. Good for 2. So now we got Sutton. Now directing traffic from the point. Picked up by Plum. Now gets it out to, looks like, to Jefferson. So Jackie Young picks up her first team second. And we got Kia Stokes now coming in for Candace Parker. And now we got Jefferson out to Cunningham for 3. Cannot hit. And rebound, or say off. It's stay with the Mercury with a 4-point lead for the Aces. Yeah, like I talked about that even last year too. Like the Mercury just, without either BG or Taurasi, they cannot get nothing going. Jefferson to basket. Good for 2 by Mariah Jefferson. So I got Plum. Plum will draw the contact. That's going to be the 4th team foul on the Mercury. And that's going to take us a timeout at 4:52 here in the first. Hey, well, we'll see. I'll see, though. But overall, as I'm looking at the box score, even though it's early, all the starting 5 for the Mercury are in -2. Both, all combined for the team's 10 points, pretty much. In terms of the Aces, though, look, they don't have Shea Petty. I don't know what the hell's been going on with her. Diggin Smith is, you got to respect that. Off maternity leave. Taurasi, I've always I think it's said this about a few times. Like, how much more does she have left? Because she's not getting any younger, and she's been around the league, for a very long time. And then BG, well, and all that. But regardless, and like you said, Roger, yeah, the scoring is going to be a bit of an issue with the Mercury, because I looked at some of their other games. Yeah, they have a hard time. They can't even prick and score with a damn. I mean, shit. If you look at the last game that they played against the Liberty, they got their asses handed to them. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. All right. So in terms of what Shea Petty out? Recent game. Right now. Okay, so she might be just be coming off the bench. I mean, I love Taurasi, don't get me wrong, but just, I mean, at some point she's going to have to really consider it, hanging up the sneak. I know, like, I know it's going to be like not to say a hard thing to do, but it's probably going to be something, hard to see. Most athletes are creatures of habit. So I mean, other than the fact that it's going to be hard to say, call it a career. But I mean, we are back from commercial break. We are coming to you live, or the game's coming to you live at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Both home to the Mercury and the Phoenix Suns. And, well, the Phoenix Suns have the whole different, all that good stuff. We got 4:52. We get a side out for Chelsea Gray. And that's turnover by Onyewer, and she's going to go on a fast break, and that's going to be good for 2. Onyewer. Oh, well. So we got Avina Westbrook right now also coming in as well for the Mercury as well. We got Gray to Jackie Young for 3. Down it goes for Jackie Young. That is 8 points for Jackie Young. Yeah, I've actually, that's the one thing that's what really worries, or actually what really was, it's also, you got to watch out. Like, how's her Achilles? Well, that's a good point, though. Got Cunningham. We got Alicia Clark on the floor. We got Jefferson short. Wilson pulls on her 4th rebound. Got Gray. She pulls her for 3. Down it goes for Chelsea Gray. So we got, looks like Jefferson out to, we'll take Westbrook. Jefferson for 3. That is graces the outside of the rim, out of bounds, still sticking with the Mercury. Hey, look, she's one of my. That's why I told people not to sleep. This is why you don't sleep on a player like Jackie Young. She's that silent assassin. Like, you don't know that she's there. Now to Cunningham. That's like Jefferson. She pulls up from deep mid range. That is good for 2. Oh, so that was Westbrook for 2. Now we got Young. Goes around a screen by Wilson, and we get a foul on the floor. And that is going to be the 15th foul, and that's going to go against Sophie Cunningham.
Listen, I'm a fan. We had her at Athletes Unlimited. She was fantastic there. I have been waiting for her to bring.
We get 2 free throws for Jackie Young at 3:20 here for Asia Wilson. And the first, a little bit too strong off the back iron. I mean, and 1 and 2 from the line. So now we got Jefferson now taking over for the Mercury. Hands off to Westbrook. Now to Cunningham. Back to Jefferson. Westbrook with the screen. Jefferson. It's like Gustafson. Now to Cunningham. Cunningham drawing a double team. Out to Jefferson for 3. Down it goes for Mariah Jefferson. Under 3 minutes to play. That's a 2. So now we got Stokes, and then we got another personal foul. That's going to get going against
with the Phoenix Mercury, and point guard, and was she going to shoot or set her teammates up, and then again that injury.
at 2:49. We got more free throws coming for the Aces. This time for Alicia Clark to the line for two. And the first down it goes for Alicia Clark. So Sophie Cunningham and Suggs Sutton will take a bit of a breather on the bench. And both free throws are good by Clark. The Turner to now inbounds it to Jefferson. Now to Turner. Looks like now to Westbrook. Back to Turner. Back to Jefferson. Jefferson steps inside. Onuwari for three. Cannot hit. Rebound goes to Kelsey Plum. Well, now leading the charge. Picked up by Onuwari. Now to Jackie Young. Now to Stokes or Wilson in the post. Turnaround jumper. Down it goes for Asia Wilson. 23-17. The Aces lead over the Mercury. So Plum. Or so that's now Clark now picks up Mariah Jefferson. It goes around a screen by Turner. Onuwari now to Westbrook. Onuwari on the court on the perimeter from two. Air balls and rebound goes to Wilson. That's her fifth. And here comes Plum, picked up by Jefferson. And Gustafson right on Wilson. Out to Clark for three. Clark cannot, and that's offensive board by Wilson. Out to Jackie or Kelsey Plum. To Young for three. Down it goes for Jackie Young. That is 26-17 off the three by Jackie Young. So West Turner out to Onuwari in the post, picked up by Clark. Out to Gustafson for three. Rattles in and out, pulled down by Clark. Now we got Plum. Now to Alicia Clark. Now to Wilson in the post. Had that poked away, but still recovers the basketball. Out to Plum. Plum goes around a couple defenders. Out to Jackie Young. Plum for three. Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. Yo, Keith, I can't. What up, Flame? Say you ain't wrong. But Keith, to answer your question, since you're coming through Facebook, yeah, I can't share it because of copyright reasons. What's good? What's good, man? What is good? Appreciate one coming through the live stream. All right, we got a foul away at 45.6 seconds. And that's going to be Chelsea Gray picks up that personal foul, and that's going to be the team's third here in the first. So Cunningham to the line for two. Yeah, and that's the thing, too, that the Aces have learned, especially, look, Candace Parker, I know she's getting up there in age, but she knows the kind of player that she is now. Just try to learn how to share the basketball. Let's try to play unselfish basketball. And both free throws are good by Cunningham. So now we got Clark. Oh. That's good, boss. That three is good. By Jackie Young. And now we got Jefferson. Gustafson with the screen. Jefferson from deep two. Cannot get that to fall. Rebound to Alicia Clark. You got 18 seconds here. Jackie Young slowly might just shoot some of the clock out here in the first. 7 seconds. 5, 4. Jackie Young at three again. A little bit short. Cunningham with the rebound. And that's going to conclude the first quarter. And, It's a 13-2 run by the Aces, and we're going to the second quarter. Now, let's be real. If you're a Mercury fan, oh, God, I feel bad for you. But overall, looking at the box score, you have now Jackie on in 10 minutes already on the floor through one quarter of play, 5 for 7 from the floor, 71% for overall shooting 71 almost 71.5%, 3 from 4 from 3. Well, the three throw as well with the plus minus a plus 13 with 14 points, 3 assists. Asia Wilson, a little bit slow, which is typical, over some of the other like key pieces as well. But I'd say over that, I mean, not really. I definitely would see. Definitely, Plum. I think Plum will definitely drop at least. I would say if you're lucky, if you can get her going, I'd say give her like 20 plus. That's kind of Kelsey. Right now, Kelsey Plum, 3 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. But she'll get her points. She'll get her points. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. So far. No, right. And Shelton. Hope Italy's treating you well. But in terms of the, overall, right now, the only place we have not seen coming off the bench is Shea Petty and Sam Thomas. Because right now, like I said, you saw three. Actually, I think Sam Thomas might be hurt. I could be wrong. But overall, for the Mercury, combined for 19 points, yeah, Sophie Cunningham, 4 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. Yeah, they ain't gonna cut it in almost 8 minutes to play. 1 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 2 from 3. Most of this team, starting 5 and Sissoko. Okay. Yeah, I do think she might get it. That's her. Yeah, that was actually and pretty fun to watch. I will admit. But yeah, I mean the fact that we, like I said, I'm not like I wouldn't call myself a diehard, not just yet. I say give me about another year with this team, then because right now Philly doesn't have one at the moment. There's been talks of expansion, so. The only one team that, because obviously Key in the building, another good, phenomenal content creator. She is the Sparks fan. I think myself, God bless her, because I think this Sparks team. I've seen that RQ. I've been seeing that all over, like they're on NBA Twitter basically, and yeah. All right.
Back here on Arizona's Family Sports Network, we are coming to you live from downtown Phoenix, the Footprint Center, home of the Phoenix Mercury, taking on the Las Vegas.
All right, now we got Cunningham. Already to Jefferson, now to Onyenwere. Back to Jefferson for 3. Cannot hit. Onyenwere pulls out the offensive board. Back out to Jefferson. Now that's the puller right back out. Hands it off to looks like to Westbrook. Or so it's Sissoko. Now to Onyenwere. Fadeaway jumper. Down it goes. Good for 2. Already coming out the gate. First points here in the second quarter for the Mercury. So now we got Gray. Picked up by, it looks like Jefferson. Out to, looks like Parker. It's back on the floor. And that's going to be out of bounds. That's going to stick with the Aces. And that's another thing, too. For that, who's going to ask me about how do I feel about it. I saw that. See, I don't know about the 19. That shot's good for 2 by Las Vegas. To quite answer your question, I'm not sure. So now it looks like we got Westbrook to Turner. Hands it back off to Sutton. To Turner again. Turner would try to set a screen. Looks like Gustus Sid. That's good for 2. For Sutton. And that's going to be out of bounds. That's going to be another turnover by the Aces. Hey, shit, the only draft I'm looking forward to is the MLB draft. So I like...
Here in Arizona, 2.8 million homes compared to about 800,000 on cable. Why did you bring that to the table?
And now we got Sutton out to January. Pick it up by Stokes. Oh, nice. Oh, cannot get that to fall. Kia Stokes pulls on the rebound. Here comes Chelsea Gray. Now to Alicia Clark. What's that for 3? Down it goes for Las Vegas again. Kirsten Bell knocks down a 3. Yeah, well, we haven't really been as great as we want to be. Philly's off to a slow start. Not sure what the Sixers continue to be disappointment. But January for 3, down it goes for January. But yeah, Sixers, they will have to they're going to have to show me otherwise. They want to be championship contenders, and that shot's good for 2 by Candace Parker. So now we got Sutton. Now picked up by Gray. Now out to Jefferson. Back out to Sutton. Or so that's Turner. Back to Sutton. Sutton from the free throw line. That is good for 2 by Sutton. Now Bell for 3. That's a little bit short. Gets her own miss. Up and under. Cannot get that to fall. Cunningham pulls down the board. Cunningham pulled it for 3 by Cunningham. That is good. So Cunningham cuts it down to 8. And it looks like we get a timeout by the Aces. Out of the 29, though, man. Let's see. Currently, Saturday the 24th. That's 9 o'clock. I might should do that, actually. I want to do this. All right. Right now, try to see. Well, right now, so that's 3. Can't do that against the Sun. Because right now, trying to plan what other Aces games I can do. Because right now, the 2 so far, I might actually think about doing the Fever. And like I said, one thing I do think I would to see potential, or not say potential, but I think they're going to have an improvement season. And that's the Fever. Fever, for those who have not checked out me entire all WNBA show called Ball with the Ladies, we've actually talked about them more than a few times. The fact that for a team that went 5-31 last year, obviously one of the worst team in the WNBA, gets the number 1 overall pick, and Aaliyah Boston, I thought has done really wonders for that franchise. Now I will say, it's not to say they're going to be. Oh shit! And then I hear about Clark Haggins passed away. So let's see the Liberty and the Aces. That'll be a nice matchup on Thursday. Oh, well, yeah, that's okay. So Angels ain't shit. The fact they were in the record that they're at is ridiculous, to say the least. But regardless, though, man, I've been impressed with some of these WNBA teams, and teams that you would expect to actually are going to have a good season, like Aces. That's typical. Same with the Connecticut Sun, which I did think they were going to take a little bit of a step back after losing Jonquel Jones. Dude's got to get out. Yeah, that's crazy. But then again, it's the Angels we're talking about here. But overall, been a solid game. Been a solid game, mostly for the Aces, anyways. But got to give where. Okay. Oh yeah, dude, they're your division rival. Besides, you can pretty much get. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Now Gray out to Plum. Plum back to Chelsea Gray. Plum open three. Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. 42-31. The Aces. Damn. I got looks like Jefferson out to turn or Onuary to Sutton. Fadeaway jumper. Down it goes for Sutton. So now we got Parker out to Plum. Plum put on the ace skates. And a good underhand scoop and score. Good for 2 for Kelsey Plum. Well, Kelsey Plum already with 8 points. So now we got Jefferson. And we got a foul. And that's going against the Aces away from the basket. And Diana Taurasi right now is the all-time scoring leader in the WNBA with 9,815 career points. He had Tina Thompson, Tamika Catchings, Tina Charles. I forgot. I didn't know she had that much at 7,115. Shug, thank you. I just say by the last names because it makes it a lot easier that way. Got Cunningham. Plus I have those in the box score to help me out as well. To Gustafson, back to Sutton for 3. A little bit too strong. Gustafson pulls out the offensive rebound. Looks like Gustafson with gets the handoff. Hey, cannot get that. Gets her own miss. And that is good for 2 by Gustafson. And looks like going to the line for the 3-point play. 7:36 though. Like I said, I'm going to do a couple. Actually, I got another couple more lined up. Aces games lined up. Obviously, this Saturday, the Fever and my Aces, and then Thursday the 29th. Probably the most awaited matchup for me. The most awaited matchup is us and the New York Liberty going at a 1-on-1, and the 3-point play is complete by Gustafson. Now we got Plum out to Parker. Oh, nice to Jackie Young. Good for 2. It's a good look by Parker to Jackie Young to put it back up 10. So Onuary for 3. Cannot get the friendly bounce. That falls in the hands of Plum. Plum thought about it. Almost pulled up from 3, but hands it off to Wilson in the post. Turnaround jumper at one hand. Off the glass, can't finish. There's a Parker with the offensive rebound. Out to Wilson for 3. Again, down it goes. So that's 2 for Asia Wilson. So now we got Sutton. Out to Gustafson. Now hands off to Cunningham. Cunningham drawing a double team out to Gustafson. Good for 2. There's weak interior defense allowed Gustafson for that easy bucket. So we got Parker. Hands up to Gray. Gray out to Wilson. Wilson, tough shot. Good for 2. And we get a timeout by the Mercury at 3:52 remaining here in the second quarter. Oh, man. Yeah, Maria Johansson. Yeah, I've seen like she can put up assist numbers, not just points, but she goes past the basketball better than anybody. I mean, I've seen that she's an underrated passer. And all that. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see come Thursday. Oh boy. So for those who are just coming in, it's a 50-38 lead for the Aces and the Mercury. So Jackie Young already put up 16 points, 3 assists so far. Wilson getting there. Already with 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block shot. Candace Parker has a block shot as well with 2 points. And yes, I know she may not be in the scoring volume as it used. Well, we'll see. I'll say. Shout out to the 32 total viewers that's up in here, man. So let me see. That's okay. So the Aces are home against the Fever on Saturday. Okay. Well, might as well get that done. Get a couple thumbnails made. Alrighty. But overall, as a team, I mean, right now, the Aces right now as a team, except for Kirsten Bell's up in the negative, which, I mean, I don't think anyone really cares about the box plus minus. Candace, Plum's getting there. She needs an extra 10 points for those who have a parlay going. Chelsea Gray, she's still doing her thing with 6 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. That's pretty much about it. I mean, pretty much what this team brings in terms of the all right. So I'm gonna need. All right. So Chelsea Gray's got 6. Okay, let me go over to the box score. 6 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound, and obviously, well, as a team so far, been very smart with the basketball. 3 total turnovers as a team. To quite honest. Actually, right now, the smartest team right now, not turn the ball over, is the Phoenix Mercury. I got to give them that. So yeah, Chelsea Gray has 6 points, 4 assists. All right. Alrighty. So now we got Sutton. And that's taken away by Candace Parker on a 1-on-1. And with a baby hook, that is good for 2. That's the first turnover for the Phoenix Mercury. So I spoke too soon. So we got Sutton. Now to Gustafson. Now to Cunningham. Cunningham out to Gustafson in the post. Picked up by Parker. Turnaround jumper by Gustafson. Cannot hit. Rebound number 7 goes to Candace Parker. Or sorry, that's rebound number 10 for Candace Parker. Or for Asia Wilson. Gray thought about a 3 to Wilson to the post. Out to Candace Parker for 3. A little bit short. Rebound to Sutton. And Sutton now leading the charge here for the Mercury. Out to Anuwari. Picked up by Gray. Back to Sutton. Thought about a 3. To Gustafson. Back to Sutton. Sutton to the basket. And cannot get that the floater to go. Wilson pulls down another rebound. Hands up to Jackie Young. Try to get to the half-court set. Young out to Wilson. Wilson drives to the basket and will draw the contact. And that's going to be the first team foul here in the second quarter for the Aces.
That they got into at the first quarter. So it is Asia Wilson back to the free throw line.
And Wilson for the first free throw is good. 53-38.
Just signed this morning, Sam Thomas has checked back in for the Mercury.
And 1 and 2 from the line. And now we got Sutton. Now taking it up for the Mercury. Picked up by Plum. And we get an offensive foul going the other way. And that's on Cunningham. And we got Mariah Jefferson now coming back onto the floor. That's Cunningham's third personal, so they got to keep an eye on that. Wilson with a baby hook. That is good for two. 55-38. All right, so almost close to another double-double for Asia Wilson. So now we got Sutton, screened by Gustafson. Out to, looks like Thomas. Onuary with a floater, cannot get that to fall, and that's going to be out of bounds, staying with the Mercury at 2:01. Got a side inbound for the Mercury. And Jackie Young gets a bit of hand on it, but out of bounds. Still staying with the Mercury with under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. And Jefferson from two, that is good. Now for Mercury down 15, about a minute 50 to go. They got Plum. Plum, step back three. Cannot hit. Offense rebound. Cannot chase. And that's going to be out of bounds, staying with Las Vegas.
How much longer do you think Coach Itzos could go? Oh, I think he's going to go 4 or 5 more years. I mean, he's loving it. He's got a great team. I was just with him last week. He's excited himself.
And Jackie Young with the inbound. It hands out to Wilson. Now to Plum. That's a traveling violation on Kelsey Plum. That's the fourth turnover by the Aces.
On the sideline, Sutton having a fantastic sophomore season here in the WNBA, averaging nearly 6 assists.
So now you got Sutton. That's Mariah Jefferson taking on Plum. Out to Gustafson. Looks like Sutton trying to put on the ice skates, cannot do none. Hands it all to Jefferson. And that's going to be a shot clock violation on the Mercury. All right, now we got a minute 10 before we go into the half.
Screens, getting easy baskets. They knock down 8 threes, and that's tough to stop. But defensively, they put a lot of pressure on Phoenix right now, forcing some really tough plays to them to execute their offense and getting down the shot clock. It was that first quarter for the Phoenix Mercury against the Aces that proved to be the difference so far this afternoon, as Phoenix was outscored by 13 points in that first quarter. But the two teams have played even here in quarter number 2. I gotta tell you, owner Matt Ishbia has been at the table with us, and if Suns and Mercury fans didn't think he was a big-time fan of hoop, think again. As soon as he was handed a box score, he started looking about the rebounding numbers. He wanted to break down the fast break as well. So we have a fan of hoop as an owner, and that is such a cool thing to see. So how long did you have to wait to make your dream of ownership come true?
Oh, it's been a dream for so long. Long time I wanted to play in the NBA and be able to own a WNBA team. An NBA team has just been a dream. And being a Phoenix team, this is the best thing ever. I love watching basketball. I can sit with you ladies all day.
It's a 15-point lead for the Aces with a minute and 10 to go here in the second quarter. Let's go, Greg and John. Yeah, I mean, when Chelsea Gray gets in that flow, that's what she's good for. So we got Gray posting up on Thomas. Now it hands it out to Plum, picked up by Jefferson. So we got under a minute to play. And to Stokes, back to Plum. Plum, but they try to get the shot off, and we'll draw. And there's going to be a foul on the floor, and that's going to go against the Mercury, and that's going to stop the clock at 48.3 remaining here in the second. And that'll be 2 free throws coming for the Aces.
Not much contact, but enough to get the call right on the side of that elbow. Listen, she's the NCAA's all-time leading scorer for a reason. She averaged
And the first free throw is good by Plum.
her senior season when she
And both free throws are good. So now we got Sutton with 45 seconds remaining here in the second. I mean, Greg and John, look at the scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard. It's a 17-point lead for the Aces. Murat to Jefferson. Sutton cannot get that to fall. Out to Thomas. Back to Sutton. Jefferson to Turner. And that's going to be out of bounds still. Plum turns to look at the box score. Plum has 10 points. Plum does have 10 points here in this first half. And Thomas now to Jefferson. Jefferson with fadeaway jumper cannot go, and that's a shot clock. The Aces with another good defensive stop at 13.7 remaining here in the second. Up 17. So Gray with 10 seconds left on the game clock. Up 17. Gray thought about a three. Out to Jackie Young. And that is going to do it. First half comes to a close. And the Aces both take the first and the second quarter. Right now, currently up 57-40 going into the half. Oh, man. We got a lot to see it, though, from the Aces. But Mercury, I will say, they were okay through the first half of play. But just after that ain't the greatest. I'm going to try to do as much Aces games as I possibly can. But you know how it is. For those who are kind of new to me doing play-by-plays, especially just the basketball, we're going to have a quick commercial break. But stay tuned. We got another half of basketball to play, and I'll be right back. All right. Well, looks like we're back underway. All right. Let me just get this spat off the screen. That way we should be good. That is good. All right. Quick first 2 points out of the half. Right. Brianna Turner. I got Plum picked up by Jefferson. Plum. Now to Wilson. Back to Plum with a nice bounce pass. Out to Chelsea Gray. Thought about it. 3 steps inside for 2. Down it goes for Chelsea Gray. And it looks like Chelsea Gray may have taken a shot to the face. A little bit slow to get up at 9:27 here in the third.
Kelsey Plum does a great job off the drive and gets the ball in there, and it's a two-pointer, and he said Onyewede just goes up, and then she turns her body and nails
Oof.
Gray, and they get tripped up, and she lands on her.
And that was her January. That's going to be her. That's the first team foul. That's personal foul. That's her first, team's first here in the third, and the 3-point play is good, 60-42. Aces lead. And now we got Jefferson, hands off to January. Now to Turner. Turner out to Jefferson. So Jefferson out to January again. And that's going to be a blocking foul against Kelsey Plum. As So inbound to January. Now to Jefferson. Jefferson out to Turner. Turner out to Cunningham. Thought about a 3. And Chelsea Gray looks like he gets a hand on it. And shot clock violation on the Mercury at 8:52.
The outside shot, daring the Mercury to take that shot, which they haven't. So you've got to get inside.
Now we got Plum off the inbound, picked up by Jefferson. Plum out to Wilson, and Cunningham knocks it out of bounds at 8:43.
So if you can look for improvement in the turnover category is where it sits for the Mercury. Absolutely, you're always looking for the positives.
And great inbound to Plum. And Jefferson, that's going to be her. I think her first of this quarter. Team second at 8. Shout out to 37 that's still sticking with me though. Inbound to Chelsea Gray. Now to Wilson. Parker in the post. And saves it, but it falls on the hands of Brianna Turner. Cunningham for 3. And on where he comes up with the basketball. And good for 2 by Brianna Turner. Now I got Gray. Picked up by January on the top. Now screened by Wilson. Gray out to Parker in the post. And tough shot. That's good for 2 by Candace Parker. 62-44. We got 8:05 remaining here in the third. And that's going to be a turnover on the Mercury at 7:55 here in the third.
There's a hustle and just really a great dish right there. Gray trying to draw the charge and just throw over the top, and Parker's going to get it.
So Gray out to Wilson, and that's going to be out of bounds. Try to intend to pass to Candace Parker. So now we got Sutton. And that's taken away, almost taken away by Jackie Young. And we get a jump ball between Sutton and Plum at 7:36 here in the third.
And so anything to inspire this very talented Aces team, she said, we're going to be number one in defensive efficiency.
Well, they came in the top defensive rebounding team in the league, number one in blocks, number one in steals, and number one in field goal percentage at 57%.
And averaging over 91.
And Aces will win the jump ball into the hands of Gray. And Cunningham knocks it out of bounds, still holding Aces basketball with 7:32 here in the third.
So if you recognize where that pass is, it gets there before Young can get it.
We got Young out to Wilson. Wilson to Jackie Young. Turnaround jumper, a little bit short. Offensive rebound goes to Candace Parker. And Parker will have to pull it out. And that will be knocked out of bounds. Still holding Aces basketball at 7:15.
Chicago to come to Las Vegas to rejoin with Chelsea Gray where they won a WNBA championship in LA.
Yeah, that was in 16 with the Sparks.
And you got Plum. And Plum will loses it. And that's going to go back to the Mercury.
Remember, she's left-handed. Going to the right.
And now we got Sutton.
Sutton serving
On the way for three.
away.
Short rebound to Wilson.
There for a rebound. She's got 9 of those to go along.
And Wilson's already got 9 rebounds. And that's going to be on Cunningham. Looks like that might be her fourth. Team's third here in the third quarter.
20%. They've had some good looks at the basket. It's not falling for them.
At 6:53. They get inbound to Plum. Picked up by, it looks like Mariah Jefferson around the screen. And good, too, by Kelsey Plum to speed by a couple defenders. And now we got Jefferson. Gives it out to Turner. Now to Sutton. Sutton out to Enuary. Now to Cunningham. Back to Jefferson with an up and over. So up and under. Good for 2. 64-46. So we got Gray. She pulls up for 3. That's the bit. And that's rebound number 10 for Asia Wilson. And we'll go to the line for 2 free throws. And that's going to be the 14th foul on the Mercury.
Just enough as you see Wilson turn and Jefferson could not catch up and Turner cannot get over to help out. And then you got this reverse layup on the penetration off the baseline by
And Wilson for 2 free throws. And the first is good. 65-46.
a player that has come into this league, one of the young players when she came from South Carolina, and had such personality.
And both free throws are good. Up 20. So 6-13. So they got Sutton now taking it up. Now to some side, that's Turner. Now to Cunningham. Cunningham taking it herself by a couple defenders down it, and it falls for Sophie Cunningham. And Jackie Young out to Wilson, short mid range, cannot fall.
Wilson doesn't get the roll, and Michaela Oniwere appears to be entangled.
Cunningham with the drive on the right side. Defensively, the Aces kind of leave it wide open for him.
Oniwere holding that shoulder, trying to work out a little something as Young steps to the free throw line.
And the first free throw by Jack Young's no good.
She was white hot in the first quarter when Las Vegas opened a 13-point lead, where she scored 14 points in that first quarter. She was
And the second free throw is good. 67-48. So now we got Sutton now taking it off from the Mercury. Now hands it off to Turner. And only worried for three. Down it goes. So Sutton for three. So Jackie Young gets it out to Plum. Plum off the glass. That is good for two. So 69-51. The Aces still hold their lead at 5:09 here in the third. Sutton started with some ball movements to Andiawari. She pulls up from mid-range. Cannot hit that. Rebound offensive board. That is good for two by Sutton again. And Plum out to Wilson. Jackie Young for three, and that's good for three. And Vanessa Nygaard wants to talk it over at 4:48 here. And the largest lead is Oh boy. Shout out to the 35 though, so sticking with me. So let me just check. Lordy. Shout out to the 8 reactions live on Facebook as well. Appreciate anyone coming through. So for those who are coming through and still sticking with me. Alrighty. Shout out to Arku. Shout out to Roger coming through. Shout out to some of you guys coming through Facebook as well. Yeah, so it's been another but pretty much aces for most of this game. Let me get some new comments. Like I said, I just do it for the fun of it. Like I said, because if it, I don't think I was, for those who are the new viewers, like, this is not the first time I've done the WNBA. I did a little bit of bits and pieces of last year. Just because I wanted to add something, because before the WNBA of last year, because I was thinking to myself, like, if I wanted to do this, let's see if anyone is interested in seeing this kind of content. And, seeing the kind of viewership that we bring over here is amazing, to say the least. So, I mean, ever since then, I've been consistently doing it, and I'm going to keep consistently doing it each and every year, which is going to be it's going to be phenomenal. And you'll see some Sixers content when the NBA season rolls around. And Marcus. But besides that, there's gonna be a lot of some interesting other content that I'm going to bring as well. Right now combined. Let's see. Give me one. So right now you're at 125 right now combined between these two teams. So right now, no, not yet. So you're a little bit short on the on that as well.
She's getting to the basket and she's looking for a shot. We talked about being aggressive. She's looking to get the shot because somebody's got to look to take shots. We've seen in that first half that there were some shot violations by the Mercury.
We got Sutton up to the basket. Oh, there is no defense there. Now you're at 127 combined between these two teams. You're at 127 points combined. Now we got Gray. Now to Young. Back to Chelsea Gray. Jackie Young thought about a three. Steps aside for three. Cannot hit. And offensive board goes to Parker. Good ball movement out to Chelsea Gray. Now to Candace Parker. Out to Wilson. Short mid-range. That is good for two. You're at 129. 129 combined between these two teams. So now we got Sutton. Pick it up by Plum. Gets out to Cunningham. Now to Onueri. Onueri tries, spins, and looks like Kelsey Plum pokes it away, and that's going to go the other way. Or looks like Onueri might have lost the handle of that basketball. All right, and I got Plum for three. Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum with already 17 points here in this today's ball game. Onueri out to Sutton. Sutton out to Gustafson. Now to Cunningham. And Kelsey Plum comes up with another turnover for the Aces. Picked up by Alicia Clark. Hands it off to Jackie Young. Now out to Wilson to the post. Picked up by Gustafson. And she will have to draw the foul. And that's going to be the 15th foul on the Mercury. So 2 free throws coming for the Aces. And the first is no good. With 3:15 here in the third. And the second free throw is good. So we got more. Looks like Jefferson now taking it up for the Mercury. Picked up by Plum. Out to Gustafson. Now quick handoff to Cunningham. Now out to Onueri for three. A little bit short. Offensive board by and good put back. Good for two by Megan Gustafson. So now we got Jackie Young. Out to Wilson to the post. And it looks like Gustafson might gotten a hand on it. So now we got Jefferson. And good ball move to Gustafson. And looks like it's going to be a second team foul on the Aces. All right. And looks like Jefferson in the post. I'm sorry, that was Cunningham. And that was Wilson again. That's going to be the third team foul on the Aces. Let's see. Yep. That's a little bit. That's the fourth foul on Wilson. Now to Onueri. And Kelsey Plum comes up with a steal. And that's just going to be a coast to coast. Good for two by Kelsey Plum. We got Jefferson. And on another turn. So the Mercury keep it with 2:04 remaining here. Open three. Down it goes. So Mariah Jefferson for three. So Sophia Cunningham, she only has 9. Plum for two. Cannot get that floater to fall. And Gustafson with the board. And that falls short. And Wilson with her 11th rebound gives it out to Clark. Now to Jackie Young for three. Down it goes for Jackie Young. You're at 143. So now we got out to Onueri. Now to Thomas. Thomas goes around the screen. She pulls up from the free throw line, cannot hit. And that's going to be out of bounds, going the other way to Las Vegas. Yeah, so Aisha Wilson will take a seat with those 4 personal fouls, but also a well-deserved rest. We got Gray. Now to Parker. Back to Chelsea Gray. Out to Clark underneath the basket. Had to kick it out to Gray. Thought about a 3. Gray. Step back fadeaway shot. Down it goes for Chelsea Gray. And at 43.4. And the 3-point play is no good. Now we got Sutton now take it up 4. Now hands out to Anyawari. Anyawari out to Gustafson. Now to Sutton, picked up by Clark. Sutton, Anyawari, 20. That shot can't fall. Rebound goes to Clark. Shout out to the Philippines coming through, man. Parker at the pull up. At 7 seconds on the shot clock. 3, 2. And that is good. A good look. So pretty much the third quarter comes to a close. We're down to the final 10 here in this ball game. So it is 87-60. And we'll take a commercial break afterwards. So shout out to the 53 that's in the chat or tuning into the watch the stream. So I appreciate every single one of y'all. Oh, God. Let me get some comments. All right. Oh, boy. Whew. There we go. No, this is the women, Oscar. This is the women's basketball for. We're down to the final 10 minutes. The Mercury down 27 to the Las Vegas Aces. Lordy. Now, over right now, showing the Aces different assist looks for most of this game for almost 3/4 of play. All right, now we got Parker out to Bell. Bell fadeaway jumper cannot hit, and rebound will be out of bounds going the other way to the Mercury. So far, the Aces this season are as a team averaging 92 points per game, which is first. 5.9 blocks per game, which is pretty much the first in almost every category that you can offensive category. Now to Onyewari. And cannot get the fall. Here comes Parker with the board, leading the charge for the Aces. Out to Bell, or that's Kayla George was on the floor. Now to Kirsten Bell. Back to Parker. Parker for three. Cannot, a little bit short. Rebound to Onyewari. And that cannot get the friendly bounce. Rebound to Alicia Clark. So Clark now taking it up for the Aces. Now hands off to Chelsea Gray. Now directing traffic. Out to Parker. Back to Gray. Gray. And that'll be a shot clock violation. It's going to go the other way. Back to Phoenix. So ain't getting. And they got Sutton, and that's almost taken. And that's going to be against the Aces. We'll take a reach in on Candace Parker. It stops the clock at 8:25.
No, sir. You did not need to blow your whistle.
All right. So now we got Turner out to Sutton. And Westbrook will turn that over. And that's going to go right back to Las Vegas. At 8:15. So now we got Gray. Pick it up by Sutton. Threes. Sophie. Let me check. So Sophie's one for four from three. Kayla George good for two. So Trey Lee, Sophie Cunningham's one of four from three. And that falls from Brianna Turner. And Parker to cross court. And will step out of bounds. And that's going to be another turnover by the Aces again. A nice little dump ball to Brianna Turner. So now we got Sutton. Picked up by George. And traveling on Westbrook. So now we got Parker picked up by Turner. Screened by Gray. Gets to Chelsea Gray. Gray out. So no look to Kayla George. That is good for two. 91-62. So now you got Sutton. Back from Turner. Now to Cunningham. Thought about it. Pump fakes. Now we'll have to pull it out. So Cunningham will drive, and that's going to good for 2 and a 3-point play for Sophie Cunningham.
With their own little scoop shot to the basket.
Cunningham has 9 and an opportunity to get into double figures at the strikes.
And Kelsey Plum, and we got a couple of substitutions coming in.
Parker not happy with the call. And does a nice job just avoiding the block.
So Sophie Cunningham to the line for the 3-point play.
Cunningham shooting 86% from the strike.
And the 3-point play is good, 91-65.
She is
Now we got Alicia Clark now to take it up for the Aces.
got a dozen.
The most assists this
Now hands off to Plum.
won by New York Liberty.
Plum with the screen by Kayla George.
With 6.5 minutes to go.
We'll have to give it up to Kayla George with a floater. Gets the friendly bounce. Good for 2 by Kayla George.
Everything works for the Aces because they constantly have somebody rolling to the basket. Andy.
158 combined.
Starters have started all 12 games for them.
So we got Sutton driving to the basket. And good for 2.
Everybody kind of knows their role.
Now you get
The patience of understanding
now you're at 160.
getting into the lane with
For those who are wondering.
floater shot.
Bell to George, pulls up for 3, cannot hit, and Bell chases down the rebound, and that's going to be it.
Going to get the shot off or get a pass to the roller.
They said Las Vegas was out of bounds.
Should
And we got a timeout coming here in tonight's ball game. So it's 93-67. Ace is still holding a dominant lead over the Phoenix Mercury. And like I mentioned before, when don't have Skylar Diggins-Smith to maternity leave, Shea Petty, I don't know what's going on with her Achilles, Brittany Griner with a hip injury, and now a hamstring injury that Tarazi's got to have to go through. And yeah, it's not looking good. But overall, it's just pretty much Aces were just basically having their way against the Mercury. You get some comments. Shout out to the 48, though. Shout out to the 13 total reactions on Facebook. They greatly appreciate that. So far, alrighty. What's going on, Flame? All right. Now you got Devin Booker in the house with Cam Johnson and the owner of the Aces, Mark Davis. All right. And I got Sutton.
I love Book and Cam here.
It's nice to see them together again. I'm not gonna lie.
Cunningham gets blocked, and it looks like we get another foul against the Aces. That's the third, and that's going to go against Alicia Clark.
2 points in
So 2 free throws coming for Sophie Cunningham. And the first is good. The Eastern Conference Player of the Week goes to the lead of Boston, averaging 22.3 points per game with 9 point. So both free throws are good. So now we got Plum. And we get a foul, and that's going to go against us. We got 5:18 now to Plum. Shout out to Japan coming through. And that's going to be another foul. And that's going to go again. That's their second team foul on the Mercury. So 2 free throws coming, and the first by Plum is good, 94-69. It's most likely you're going to get it under right now. And both free throws are good. And now we got Sutton. Now gets the handle by Underwary or Turner. Underwary drives. And Cunningham cannot get that shot to fall. And battle for the loose ball, but Phoenix will win that battle, and that's going to be another. And 71. And that's going to be the 14th foul on the Aces. So currently, you're at 166. So for those who are taking the under, we're pretty much just hit right now. Now it's 167 or 60. Yes, 167 combined. So now we got Plum. Plum taking on out to George, fadeaway jumper. Cannot get that to fall. Gustafson pulls down the rebound. Now here comes Sutton. Picked up by Plum. Out to Anyawari. Gustafson in the post, taking on Kirsten Bell with the mismatch. And turnaround jumper. That's blocked by Asia Wilson. And Kelsey Plum comes up with the basketball for the Aces. And that's going to be another team foul on the Mercury.
If I'm Mick, I don't want any of that smoke. Well, but you're not. That's what I love about her. She's a tough player, and she doesn't back down.
Now we got George out to Wilson. Wilson's already got a double-double. Wilson to the basket. And scoop and score. That is good for 2 by Asia Wilson. And I got Sutton taking on Kirsten Bell out to Anyawari for 3. Cannot hit. Rebound goes to Kirsten Bell. And now she's pushing the tempo. Now hands off to Wilson. Taking on Michaela Anyawari, and we'll draw the contact. That's going to be the 14th foul on the Mercury. So 2 free throws coming for Asia Wilson. And the first is a little bit too strong off the back irons.
Arizona bettors. Speaking of wagering, Las
And
Vegas
1 and 2 from the free throw line
19-point favorite.
for Asia Wilson.
That and then some. Their largest lead of the game, 29 today.
Well, just great execution. We talked
So-
about their offense. They're very patient in it and forcing the Mercury to create
Yeah, I see.
fouls.
And that shot can't fall, and that's gonna be
Nice takeaway by
and that's gonna be that 15 foul. And that's gonna go on Kirsten Bell on Gustafson.
I know she wanted to convert that so badly, but what effort from May.
You just can never know what Gustafson's going to do. She doesn't quit up on the play, and Bell brings it down, and Gustafson, as you said, gets tripped, getting that shot. It almost goes in, but this is the first free throw. So they had 5 free throws in the first half. This
And the
is
first by Gustafson is good.
coming up in the second half. 15 to 21 for the Aces. That's what I was talking about. Their execution. They're very patient. Their offense is forcing a lot of fouls, especially off those rolls.
We got Secoso now coming in.
10 from the free throw line for the Mercury. So that's a plus. As far as
And both free throws are good.
Gustafson now
We're at 182.
season high for her in just 16 minutes of work.
We got Colson out to Bell with the Euro step. Cannot get that to fall. Gustafson with the rebound. Here comes Jefferson, and she will turn that. And that's going to be staying with the Mercury after Colson knocks it out of bounds.
She has had a wonderful day at the office. When she is healthy, she is so good on the floor.
Westbrook
Westbrook with 3 minutes to go. Off the bounce.
and cannot get that to fall and rebound, and that's going to go out of bounds, going the other way to Las Vegas.
Your 5 on the floor are Sutton, Westbrook, Gustafson, and Sissoko.
And it looks like we're getting ready for a timeout here on the floor. Righty. Alrighty. Oh, damn it. Shout out to every single one of y'all that's been coming in the chat, man. Whether they coming just from, like I said, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We're all coming to you live on all different platforms. Just make sure you check out everything that is linked down below. If you're watching on Facebook, you'll see like all the links to all the social media. Make sure you check us out as well. But appreciate anyone who's coming in and pretty much just watching the blowout. Well, let's see. So right now we're at combined 172 at the moment. We're at 172 at the moment. So we'll see how that goes. Alrighty. Honestly, no, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't sing worth a damn. Right now, for those who are right now, it's at 172. So you're like 10 points off at the moment. I appreciate that. Appreciate you got me broadcasting in California. So shout out to doesn't matter where you're coming from, but shout out to every single one of y'all because they're great. They greatly appreciate that. And now get into Sydney Colson. Pretty much we have all reserves for the Aces. Up 98-74, under 250 to go. So now we got George. Now Clark gets blocked by Lucas Sakoso. Now here come the Mercury pushing it forward. Sutton, that's good. That is good for 2. That's not, man, 19 points. So now we got George. Now to Bell. Bell with the pumping out to George. Bounce pass to Bell with the scoop and score. Cannot go. Gustafson pulls down the rebound. Now we got Westbrook now taking it off for the Mercury. And we'll pull up and we be rebound to Colson. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. Bell back to Colson. Colson picked up by Anyawari. And Colson out to George. George picked. Cannot go. And that's rebound to Westbrook. Now here comes Sutton.
Las Vegas still 2 points shy of 100 points for the second time this season. They hung 105 on Seattle in their season.
Yeah, I remember I did that game, and that was just a complete ass whooping. That was a whole one-sided game. And Sutton. And that's going to be a foul, looks like, against Colson. With 1:18 to go. Well, like I said, I appreciate that. I just do it for the fun of it. I'm going to be completely honest. But I'll be back at it again on Saturday, the 24th, and also the 29th for the Aces taking on the Fever on Saturday and Thursday. The Ace and pretty much the most anticipated matchup is when the Aces host the New York Liberty on the 29th. And the second free throw is good. Now it's back up to 20. Now down to a 20-point lead. We got 1:15 to go. With Colson leading the charge for the Aces. Now you have Bell for 3. A little bit off the target, and rebound goes to Phoenix. So now we got Sutton out to Gustafson. Will get tripped up, and she'll be going to the line for 2. And that'll be on Colson.
I tell you what, if you haven't been subjected to the comedic stylings of one Sid Colson, you are missing out. She is hilarious.
And Gustafson for the first, and that is good. So 98-79.
She's now into double figures with 10.
That's 10 points for Gustafson, and 1 or 2 from the line. Now we got George. Now hands up to Colson. Colson down to 45 seconds here in the fourth. Now to Kayla George with a nice bounce pass to Clark, and cannot get that to fall. And rebound pulled down by Gustafson. And we get it. And Colson will. So illegal screen called on making Gustafson. And Vanessa Nygaard will take a timeout here. And they might be, and they're gonna.
Let's take a look at what's upcoming for the Phoenix Mercury. Schedule-wise, Saturday they are off to Seattle to take on the Storm.
So the Mercury's upcoming schedule, they're away at Seattle. Then they have a 3-game stretch at home against the Wings, the Fever, and the Minnesota Lynx. And they're back on the road against the Liberty on the July 5th, and July 7th is the Minnesota Lynx going against the Phoenix Mercury. Honestly, going to be a little bit, I'll say, a bit tough stretch of games.
push off right there. And we got to see a replay, but
Right. I'm not sure why the call wouldn't stand. They're looking at the screen.
well, the one thing I like about Gustafson's screen is it's very wide.
And she doesn't move.
She doesn't move, but maybe they're saying that it's illegal with her legs that far out.
Because they're not in line with her shoulder. You have to stay in line with your shoulder. I think might be the argument. So this is an official review. There's one per game per team, and Vanessa Nygaard using hers at this opportunity.
She was stationary.
Jeebers, we still got another 29.9 to go. My current score right now it stands at 98-79. We see under 30 seconds to play.
30 seconds to go in the game. What's your biggest takeaway today, Annie?
Well, first of all, no quit.
Yes.
And they played hard. I think we're going to hear what that was.
So Phoenix is going to lose a timeout. Here's the challenge was unsuccessful.
The challenge was unsuccessful against on that offensive foul with the illegal screen. So that puts 30.8 back on the clock.
I like the fact, though, that she challenged him.
Yeah.
And I don't care what.
Everybody honest? And you have
We're
it.
down to a 30.8 to go here in the fourth.
I love your takeaway about the
So we got a side out with Kayla George to take care of the side out.
They are elite in every phase of the game.
And now we got Colson. And Colson will draw the contact. And that was Sutton picking up.
But now they get a chance to get to the century mark off the free throw.
At 25.6. And that's going to be the fifth team foul. Oh.
Saints' first trip to the stripe this season. In and out.
Right.
Texas A&M.
In and out for the first.
Also one of the key people for Athletes Unlimited.
What's good, Mike? Seems like you guys cannot. And obviously 99-79.
Just a special human being. So she gets the aces to 99. And the lead is 20.
And they got Sutton now directing traffic with 15 seconds.
This game. Advantage Las Vegas. My statistician.
We got 10, about 9 seconds to go. Oh my. And Sutton can't get that to fall. And the Aces win it 99-79 over the absolutely, Josh. So I appreciate one coming in. So the Aces, they moved to 11-1 on the season, winning 99-79 over the Phoenix Mercury, because let's be real, the Mercury are just not great. That being said, you know, like I said, the Mercury are going to, I think they're going to be not the worst team in the WNBA, but it's all said and done. That being said, this is Robert from the Philly Sports Talk Podcast. Have a good day, everybody.